Hey, everybody. What do you say? Well, today I'm doing a little Capture One work on a recent wedding on a few shots that I love that we did. Hold on. Uh-oh, the dog downstairs. Mute. All right. Somebody's at the door and the dog is barking. I apologize. However, I want you to go ahead and see this little video clip I did with my Fuji X-T4. The band was awesome. It's been a long time since we've had bands in an actual wedding, honestly. And these guys were itching and ready to go. All right, you guys. So if you got a chance to see that video, that was cool. Let me know if you saw it and heard it just fine. The band's called Rewind. Super awesome. All right, so let me give me some Capture One up here. Hold on. Working on two screens here. All right. So look, if you're here with us, hit ... and hit enter in the comment section just so I know that you're even here. And if you have any questions, if I can assist you in Capture One, I'm here to do so. The new update is very cool. They got something called style brushes that I'll be showing you in a second. And it's just cool, man. I love Capture One. Even back when I had I still have my Canon 5D Mark III as my backup camera. But the raw files in Capture One look better at the time. Not so much now, I'm sure. But at the time, they look better coming out of Capture One than they did in Lightroom. But that's been a couple of upgrades ago, so it's not even fair. I can't even be judging Lightroom right now. but I do love Capture One, and I'm going to show you why. All right, I'm going to get off of the screen here. Nope, other way. There we go. I feel like I need some music on, like in the background. So let me show y'all what I finished with. Do, 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 do. All right, so bridal party in the street. So there's a small story behind, literally behind this image. You know, downtown has been so scarce for a long time, and yes, people have been going back downtown and supporting the shops. Some of the bars are open again, but it's not 100% like it has been in the past. But check it out. So behind them, I thought putting them in the street, stopping traffic, was going to give us a few horn honks and some aggravated people. To my surprise, instead of that, people got out of their cars with their cameras, their phones, and was just documenting of, hey, look what's back. Look, fun is back. You know, that was really, really cool for me to see. I was really waiting for some negative things to happen, and that's not what happened. So very, very cool. Let me do one little thing while I'm here. Okay. All right, let me show you. What else can I show you here? This shot is very cool. All right, so before and after. When you hit the Y key in Capture One, you get this before and after line, right? So you can totally see what you started with and what you ended with. You know, that way you can see if you went too far or you need to make some more adjustments. How cool is that? This reflection down here was the banister railing, the railing, you know, wood banister that they used to get up over here, and I just squat down real low, and this reflection was happening from the light. So all this is real. This is not Photoshop. Very cool, very cool. Very cool, very cool. Okay. Just making sure that's working. All right, you guys. So let me show you how I came to that. First of all, I'm going to come over here to my style and presets. Let me see custom styles. These are my custom styles that I created for myself. All right, so I have this style turned on. You can see the check mark right there. And in Capture One, in the preferences, you can turn on stack presets. And what that allows you to do is exactly what it sounds like. You can stack your presets. You can use multiple presets to get a certain look for yourself. And sometimes two is better than one, and sometimes one is perfect and you just rock it. So in my case, I was perfectly fine with the Marche one. Marche is a venue we have downtown. And I like doing some tweaks of color and lighting at particular venues and then name the preset that venue. So when you go back working over there, you know that this preset will get me really, really close to where I want to be, like the job I recently processed and made the adjustments on. Isn't that cool? So that is one of them. So turning that off. All right, so turning that off, this is the image directly out of the camera. And even though it's beautiful all by itself, I personally like my images to be a little more punchy, just a little bit, a little more contrasty, a little more detail, just a little bit. I just like images that look really clean. So I went down my presets and I'm like, what works, what doesn't work, where can I start and just do an auto white balance? And I did this guy. I'm like, I like the sharpness there. I like the clarity, the contrast. Let me turn it on. All I got to do is come to my white balance and hit auto white. And it's like, okay, I dig this, but I could definitely use a little more color. So not adjusting the Kelvin from blue to yellow, literally taking your saturation and coming up a little bit. Done. So hit the letter Y. You can see before and after. So look at the Mary statue. Look at the color pop difference. Isn't that cool? That is my before and after. Once again, if you are here in the live stream, let us know in the comments. You can hit ... and I'll just know that somebody's here, somebody's watching. I know I didn't give a whole lot of heads up for me going live. I'm actually sitting here doing work and I'm like, let's go live. Why not, right? All right, so moving on. All right, so let me show you which one do I want to show you. This is a cool shot. Very cool. Very cool. They had a good sized bridal party. And I was like, y'all want to, somebody mentioned by doing a champagne toast. I'm like, all right, let's do it now so we can go out the front and get in the street and have some fun. And your boy, the groom, man, he is so awesome. Bradley, he shook the bottle up and everybody's like, oh no. And I saw him shaking the bottle. So I put my camera on continuous high on the shutter. So it would take a lot of pictures really fast. And as soon as he went to go open it, I just squeezed the trigger. And then this was like number 3 or something. Isn't that cool? I absolutely love all the expressions. There's movement in this image. It's sharp as can be. This is my 16 millimeter 1.4, not shot at 1.4, which brings me to telling you that the 1.4 kind of sort of rarely gets used unless you're in low light and you need it. But, this shot was more f8 or so. So anyway, this is the whole image. And I always like custom cropping sizes that show the story and not so much all the rest of the stuff going on. Love that. Before and after. Wow, this is insanely different. Look at that before and after. Now, granted, I have my RAW files. When you import your RAW files, you can have presets ready to go. So when you do an import, it automatically does that preset. And I do not have that turned on. I like having an absolute blank canvas in my RAWs. That is awesome. I'm going to let you stare at that for a second, see who else is going to be coming on to the live stream. All right, so I am going to keep on working on some files. All right, so watch this. Let's take this setting So we're going to do Shift, Option, Command C, right? And then we're going to come here and we're going to do Shift, Option, Command V for paste. Or that was wrong. It was wrong. It's too many buttons. Shift, Command C, Shift, Command V. There we go. All right, too many buttons. I told y'all, sorry. So look, this is the whole image, but all that white and buildings and nonsense behind them can be very distracting. So reduce your distraction. Isn't that cool? All right, I'm just gonna do a couple things while y'all are. Oh yeah, too cool. All right, so let me show you guys my ending result to this. This is what I did in Capture One, but I am not completely done. What you're looking at is not complete, so hold on one little second. Let me do share file. I'm in StreamYard. All right, give me a second. Let me see. Oh, well, I'll get it in a minute. I haven't seen one of these in quite a few months. It's been a while since we've had a real wedding, a real exit. This is nice. This is nice. This, so for the people who are most likely asking what settings were these photographed at, look down here and you can see my settings. So this was ISO 4000, 2/50th of a second. This was 1.8. That was my 16 millimeter. So even at the 1.8, what I love about my Fuji camera is that when I click the button on my camera to focus on the eyes, it'll find the eyes really, really well. And the bride and groom are razor sharp. So I'm so happy. So happy. This is basically boom and done. All right, let me know if you are here. All right, I just threw in the comments. Let me know if you're here. You can hit ... if you want. I'm just curious to see if anybody's even watching. But all right, I'm gonna keep on going with this. I have some other things I want to do. All right, so let's click the Y. This is before and after. That's straight out the camera with no presets on it. And that's after. Easy peasy, right? That is not too far off on the leg. Dun, 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 dun. This shot's kind of cool. The light hitting across her face from this side, all the light you see on them and his shoulder, see that flash, see this right here, see on her face. That's because, see how this column is right here? Well, there's another one way to the left, almost behind him. My mouse can't even go that far. I have that AD200 flash, and I had the Magmod soft white dome thing on it. I raised that flash really high in the air, and that is the spread of light that I got from just one flash. Pretty cool. But yeah, we have some beautiful churches here. All right, so let's get into, let's use this image. Hold on, getting my pen. All right, I want to show you what the new style preset can do. All right, so with the new style preset, when you come to your exposure tab right here, you're going to come there and you see style brushes. And we're going to go to built-in style brushes. So what Capture One did for us was figure out kind of like a faster way of doing some of the same mundane things we do to every single image, like the sharpness, the color, the light, that kind of thing. Let's go to light and contrast. And let's go to, I'm just looking at these, haze, highlights, shadows, recover. All right, let's do shadows, recover. And it gives you this little mask right here. So when you click down and you start painting, you see how light it is, how light the red is? That's because the old school teachable way that we used to share with each other on retouching is do small amounts at a time. That way you don't do something way too much on the first stroke. So Capture One giving us that default is really, really nice. And I'm going to keep going. Watch this. So click down, you can see where the red is. All right. And I'm going to go where it's not red. And you can see that it's nice and light. And it is, without me making any adjustments, we have it clicked on recover shadows, which just means lift the shadows. Okay. So here's what's neat. Without me doing anything else, all I have to do is keep going over the same area. Watch. See how bright red that gets? Look how much brighter that is. So you have brush paintabilities according to just what you're looking at, instead of staring at your sliders over and over and over again. Isn't that cool? So instead of masking a whole area and then going to shadows and then just doing one lift on everything, this allows you to paint in what you need where you need it. Come on, that is a time saver. So you can even do like sections, you know? It's like, hey, this is pretty darn dark. Oh, I like that. Let me get right there some more. There, a pinch. And these are the main focus. I'm not worried about the other two so much. Let's lower my brush size so I can just get this dude. The little white edges. Cool. That is awesome. Morning, Pirate Pete. How are you, sir? Let me tell you hi real quick. Pirate Pete, man, I just want to tell you hi. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I know you're a Capture One user. Did you do the update? One of my favorite things are these style brushes that they did. So I'm like, man, I'm sitting there doing some work, and it's really made my life a little bit easier. So I'm like, I've got to do a live stream and see who wants to just join me in the fun. If you did not do the update, go do the update. It is definitely worth it. All right, let me get my mug off of here. So isn't that cool? So we can just do. And as soon as you let go, it shows you the result. So the more bright red, the more is being added. very, very cool. And this can look so much more natural brushing in where you want it rather than masking everything and then just one slider move. All right, so let's say I do this and I'm not happy. It's like, I don't like that. All right, let's go with shadows darken. That's cool. So that is neat. Let's make these blacks more black. And again, this is strictly from coming over here and going, okay, nope. I want to highlight, I want to brighten the highlights. Look at that. Very cool. So anyway, let's click the Y button. That's before. That's after. Now, granted, I am really brushing all over the place just to show y'all some cool things that these brushes can do. But just on a whim, I love how this whole area looks really artsy. And if I didn't want the attention to go up here at all, I believe, let me see. So when you go to layers, every time you click on something different, it gives you its own thing. So check this out. All right, let's click on the shadows because I lifted the shadows from here. Let's go to the eraser. I'm just curious if this is what I can do. Yep, look at that. I can totally just erase that layer. It's like, let it go dark. So this is just erasing completely. Notice it's not in a gradient form like I just showed you. This is strictly erase, like gone. See ya. Bye, Felicia. All right, this is way too much fun. This is like painting with numbers. All right, I'm not gonna go super nuts on here, but you get the idea. I can't help it. I want to finish it. Can't help it. Cool. Let's go. Let's bring that guy back on. That's just cool. That's just cool. I'm sorry. I want to keep on going. All right. So before and after. Boom. Boom. And I tell you, let's go work on another image. As if this is my first time seeing it and see what happens from there. So Pirate Pete, how have you been doing, sir? You been getting on the water lately? I know you got a boat, don't you? I envy you. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, let's use this one for a second, just because we can play. This is a good shot to play in. All right, before and after. That's out the camera. Again, there's no presets on my import, so blank canvas. Isn't that cool? Hit the Y again, and it's gone. All right, so let's mess with the background. So again, let's go to bring the layers off. Style brushes. What do we want to do here? Enhancements. Deep sky. So if you notice, Add detail, deep sky, iris enhance, red skin reduction, soft flare, whitened teeth. All right, let's do the soft flare for a second. This is kind of cool. The soft flare, it honestly looks like a dodge tool, if you ask me. I don't know. I'm just going to do this so I can show you all something. Yeah. Doesn't that look like the dodge tool to you? It does to me. And honestly, me doing this makes it look like a terrible image. That is bad. All right, get rid of it. Whoops. All right, so let's go to deep sky because I'm just curious. It's not going to change the whites, but I want to see what it does with the buildings. I know it'll just like darken up. I'm curious how much. That's pretty cool. I can get some music without having a copyright strike. Like I should. Next time I'll have my art list up and playing. I can't handle complete silence for too long. Drives me nuts. Pretty darn cool. This is cool. So this is just that deep sky. Wow. Pretty darn cool. All right, I'm gonna try something here. First of all, before and after. It's like it's not even fair. Before and after. Oh, that's not even fair. All right, so I'm just curious. Let's do two things. First of all, let's do add detail. They're already sharp, but I want to get like the flowers. Again, see how light it is? Because it gives you the opportunity to not do too much all at one time. This is strictly detail. All right, so what I want to do was, let's go to Shadows Recover. I just want to see what this does. See how light that is? That's nice. I just want to see this. I want to see it work. Interesting. Now, granted, I would not be doing this to so many previews. This would be just to the ones that maybe she'll put in her book, or I want to put on Instagram or Facebook and tag them and show off the vendors. How cool is that, though? Wow, I can't even do before and after anymore. That's interesting. Hey, Pete. And you are here. All right, you guys. So look, if you're here and you're joining us, let me know in the comments just so we can get a gist for who is here. I don't like ignoring anybody. All right, so as cool as this is, let's do a. So that's the crop that I did do. What if we did? Let me show you something. What if we did this? No tire. Straighten a pinch. Hey Pete, when are they gonna come out with the auto level adjustment like Lightroom? Did it come out? I'm not aware of it yet. It's the only thing I wish Capture One would actually add is an auto level, just to get you started. You know. Oh God, my YouTube app says one is watching right now. So Pete, I'm assuming that's you, unless you left already. So that is super cool. All right, what else can we work on? Now, let's look at this for a second. I can see this being where a soft flare could maybe come in. And I got to really get this brush bigger. And then let's go from the corner. Just a little bit at a time. I'm not sure if that doesn't really look like flare. I guess the more you go, yeah. And that could look like flare, but I don't know. Maybe my brush is too big. It'll still look bad. At least to me, it does. Let's try something else. Let's bring it way down. Like Bob Ross. Let's paint in some flare right about here. Oh yeah, that flare is really setting the tone. The mood is incredible right now. Setting the flare. Those pretty little hedges getting some flare. All right, so the last dude's too much, but you get the idea. Cool beans, yo. All right, I want to see. Let's do the deep sky again. Raise my brush up a little bit because I plan on doing a lot of this. All right, I want to see deep sky work. I'm telling you, the deep sky is neat. How would y'all explain the deep sky? Does like a lowering the blacks kind of thing? I'm not sure if it's contrast. I do like how it's minor. The minor part is really neat because you can just. Okay, so look, so now that is masked, basically, okay, now you've got an adjustable area that you can custom adjust. So let me lower this. Let me get that real quick. All right, so from here, you can, let me lift up the style brushes, you can make any other changes that you want to do to the background. Now, I'm happy with this as is. Like, I'm done. Boom. However, if you wanted to, you can. Anything you do applies to that whole area. Interesting. Very cool. Like the clarity part, let's bring the structure way up just so you can see sharpness. And it's only affecting the masked area, which is neat. All right, what do you think? Before and after? Pretty cool, huh? That looks really awesome. So the purpose that I love about these style brushes is that it gives you a reason for using these things. So instead of having to mask an area and then come to the levels, make an adjustment, go fix your mask, instead of all that, I love this pressure sensitive way of doing things. Let's go to color. Yeah, let's go warmer. Why not? I want to see how warm is warm. Let's do these guys. Oh, see how light that is? I love that. So you don't overdo anything. That is awesome. Cool. See how light that is? So again, the more I go over an area, watch, if I click down, the more I rub, the brighter red is going to be, which means the more it's going to do, the more it's going to add, the more opacity. Look at that difference. Wow. So I'm just going to come light at the bottom. That is so cool. This is what I love about these style brushes. I love the amount of control you have quickly. You know, so look, you do this to a few of your images, and you're going to get used to doing this quickly. You know, the simple fact that I'm not having to keep on going back to my levels. All I gotta do is brush. You know, it's like painting. It's like go pull a Bob Ross and add some more yellow right over here. Pretty cool, dude. Before, after. Very cool. All right, let me. All right, you guys. What else can I show y'all? Hey Pete, you been in Capture One any lately? Have you been taking any pictures? If you're still here, what have you been doing? I haven't seen you in a while. So cool. All right, so let me get out of here. Let me see, what am I doing real quick? The balance warm, I think I just did. All right, hold on. Let me go to this dude. Let me see what preset am I doing. All right, so remember how in the beginning I told you can stack presets? See those 2 check marks? I'm using my retro film and the soft afternoon together, getting this look. So I could turn off the soft afternoon, and that is just my retro Fujifilm preset. And when I turn it back on, I think I must have did an auto white. Yep. That's all I had to do. Isn't that neat? So in your preferences in Capture One, you can turn that on or off, whether you want to stack your presets or not. Very, very cool. This image is strictly the 16 millimeter 1.4. What I love about that 16 millimeter is how, excuse me, it's how close the lens can get to the subject to focus. So this is probably 2 fingers worth, 2.5 fingers worth, meaning, let me show you. Meaning 1 finger, 2 finger, right? So here's your subject, here's the lens. Like, how close can you get to the subject? I mean, 2 fingers worth. Like, that's how close I can get to it. Like 2.5 fingers. Very, very close. What helps with that is you're getting the most resolution, the most pixels of the image captured, because you're able to fill it with your screen because you're closer, rather than zooming to it and blowing it up. Does that make any sense? You'll never see it on ring shots like this, but if you do any product photography, anything that may need more quality, more pixels of an image on the frame will always be better than just a crop. So let me go over here. This, get up before and after. Before, after. And all this is, I believe, it's just my wedding. Yeah, it's my GK wedding rings preset. That's it. Because I do this setting like all the time for my rings. So I just made it a preset. Booyah. Pretty darn cool, huh? All right, you guys, I'm gonna give this I just realized I'm on full screen. I just realized I'm not even showing you the rings. Oh Lord. Hold on. Sorry. All right, so this is my wedding rings preset. That's before, that's after. Isn't that crazy? So when it comes to little details like wedding rings and inanimate objects like this, clarity, your structure, your dehaze, like that stuff can be pretty strong because you're not dealing with skin tones. Very cool. All right, so before and after. I just love seeing the difference, don't you? I just do. I feel it's like so much. The gratitude, the satisfaction that you get from looking at before and after is so cool. Love, love, love. All right, let me. What can I show you? I'm not sure what else to show you. If you're here, let me know in the comments. I'm going to be closing this live stream very soon. It looks like we're not getting too many people watching, and I have a pile of work I got to go finish up. What else did I want to show you? All right, let's go back to this image. All right, let's do some style brush work here. There. Styles and presets, adjustments. You come in here, style brushes. Okay, so what do y'all want to do? What would you do with this? Let's do the detail. Yeah, not the color. Let's do the enhancement. Let's do add detail. Let's lower the brush. Let's just get these. This was a real Hawaiian style lei because they went to Hawaii on their honeymoon. Isn't that awesome? So the florist did a fantastic job of creating this real lei. Pretty cool. All right, I'm just gonna hit this up real quick. It does not have to be strong. This is just a baby sharpen, basically. But it's only gonna sharpen where I want it to be. Now, even though that was to add the detail, if I'm not mistaken, this is still just a mask. So if you wanted to, now is when you can come to contrast. Oh yeah, look at that. Like bring it all the way down, bring it all the way up. So you're still just masking that area, even though it's on a preset that Capture One gives you. Let's go a tad warmer. Let's go a little more saturation. Not much, just a little. And so here's the thing now. Now all those little settings I just did is part of the mask. So wherever else I keep painting, it's going to do that exact same stuff. Yeah. See the pink in her eyes? We don't need to give her pink eye. Funny. So how cool is that? Let's give him a cool crop. Ta-da! Before and after. You can see the leis just whoop, pop. Very cool. All right, you guys, I'm gonna close this live stream down and get ready. I have a high school senior in a couple of hours. Those are gonna be gorgeous. I can't wait to show you all those. So I'm a high school senior. I don't think today we're gonna do two different sessions. Today is gonna be the park, and we're gonna end at the lakefront with the beautiful sunset. And the next time we do a session in another week or so, we're gonna do the graveyard and I think downtown. So that's gonna be very cool. And I want to like bleed into some nighttime photography. Yeah, I got ideas. All right, you guys, I am gonna go. Pete, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you, man. I'll be doing some more of these during the day. Well, it's daytime for me over here because I'm just sitting there doing work anyway. So I'm gonna do some live streams and y'all can watch me do some real client work in the background. All right. So I appreciate y'all. Checking the comments real quick. Yep. Looks like I'm good to go. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. Stay focused on your dreams, and I will see you shortly. Later.